it takes to be the best? Because we do.
The Elite Shoutcasting Network. Are you listening?
Gamestah Radio would like to advise that this live shoutcast may contain coarse language and content that may be unsuitable for people under the age of 15.
This Gamestah Shoutcast is proudly sponsored by OzGamers, the place to go for all the latest PC and console news, reviews and downloads, so check out ozgamers.com for all the info.
OzGamers, helping you be a part of Australia's games community.
Gamer, do you know what it takes to be the best? Because we do.
The Elite Shoutcasting Network. Are you listening?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gamestah TV on this fine Sunday evening. We have a cracker of a cast for you. As usual, we have some top teams from the Cybergamer L4D Invite League to bring you all of the action. Your host tonight is Crisis, that's me, and joining me tonight we have my good friend Zombie. Good evening, Zombie.
Hello, Crisis. Good to see you again. This time we've got a bit of a change of scenery, not on No Mercy anymore. We're on Blood Harvest tonight, Crisis.
Yeah, Blood Harvest, and fortunately it's not Death Toll because we'd have to listen to people sucking all night long about how they hate Death Toll. But it's Blood Harvest, and it's going to be fantastic. Now, we have a special guest tonight that is going to be joining us for some expert opinion and just getting a feel for shoutcasting. None other than Jazz, who hails from Brackets. Good evening, Jazz.
Hey, evening guys. Pleasure to be here.
Alright, so without further ado, let's just introduce the two teams. We've got Voins von Lebon versus Megahertz tonight, and it is the Invite League, it is Cybergamer, it is brought to you on Gamestah TV by OzGamers. Let's just have a quick chat about these two teams, VVL and Megahertz. Now, of course, Jazz, you played against Megahertz on, just last week, and pretty much trounced them at their match, didn't you?
Yeah, but I think the match was much closer than the score would suggest, because at the end of map 2, there was only about 200 points in it. So definitely they have the ability to climb back if given the opportunity, which they did on No Mercy 1, which they killed us from the tank. So definitely they have the ability to kill the top teams.
Yeah, that was a great game, and a lot of good spirit amongst the two teams as well, so that was great to see. So we're in the server now, and of course, yes, it is Blood Harvest, and VVL, we have shoutcasted VVL before. I think, was that you and I, Zombie, or was that with somebody else?
No, I'm pretty sure that was you and me. It was on Blood Harvest as well against TSW, wasn't it, a few weeks back?
Yeah, and of course TSW too strong in the end there. So Voins, VVL are coming into this match with no wins from 4 games in the Invite League, which is a little bit of a different story from Megahertz. I think Megahertz are sitting on 2 games and 3 losses or something like that. So VVL with a lot to prove tonight, Zombie.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely want to get off the bottom here, because I think it's also Vix that also haven't won a game. So, definitely going to be a bit of competition between those two teams, because funnily enough, as the league would have it play out, those two teams actually play each other in the very last round, which, there is a little secret, a little bit of, hush-hush about that round between the admins, because we do have a little bit of a surprise coming up for it. We can't just announce it just yet, but keep your eyes, ears, and everything peeled.
Superb stuff. Now, Jazz, have you had the pleasure of facing VVL in the past?
Yeah, but nothing official. I think we just had a few scrims. Yeah. I think they had a practice this afternoon against us, and they did okay in that one.
Was it on Blood Harvest?
Yes, it was, and they had some nice attacks, so I think they're definitely practicing, and I think they have improved from their past performances.
Now, I was chatting to Clinton earlier on, and he was saying that we should see some great skeeting happening tonight. That's what they're planning to bring to this game to turn the tide in their favor. So what is this? We've got 11 players have readied up. Does that mean we are going to be going live, Zombie?
It does indeed. Here we go. Match will be live after 2 round restarts. Anything can happen at the beginning. I can't wait for this because I love tanks on this first level. I love seeing it when they get past that bridge because it makes a real challenge for the infected team, Crisis.
Yeah, indeed. If that tank does come early, which we have seen on very many occasions with the Sevo. I think this is the Sevo. It's the Sevo config, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so they've all readied up and are about to go in. We've got Megahertz as the survivors first up. Wes, Lazarus, Pooh, and Lotak. And we're going to be seeing our first attack from VVL in just a few moments. It's on, says Clinton, and damn straight it is. There you go. First of the infected has spawned. The second one, there you go. We've got 2 hunters coming in. We've got 1 pounce going in. We've got the boomer get a triple. We've got fantastic work there. That was 2 pounces down, and the smoke is still hanging on, Zombie.
Oh, that was a great attack. Big shout out to Nog. He got a 14 damage straight off the bat. Lovely to see. The Megahertz guy's taking a fair bit of damage here, especially Wes. Oh, beautiful. Smoker has just blown up the boomer over all 4 survivors. No, 3 survivors, I'm sorry. And there he goes down, getting a lot of scratches in. Definitely a great first up attack from VVL. They'll be very happy with that, I think, Crisis.
Yeah, that was great. It's not often that you get to have the boomer getting a double. Getting his spew down and then getting blown up just a few seconds later onto the other player. So that's great work. But Megahertz pick themselves up and head on down. We've already got somebody limping though, Zombie. Poor old Wes.
Yeah, Wes is under the 40 health at the moment. I'm probably going to say he's around about 25 here. Now, the guys have made it to the picnic table. They've got to be very careful around this area because smoker pools can make things... Oh, no, we've got 3 hunters coming in. And no, just a bit late. The boomer comes in, picks up 3. Oh, this is not looking good for Megahertz, Crisis.
Yeah, another triple there with the boomer and another player incapacitated. That is, Wes is down again. So he's just slacking off there a little bit like a construction worker working on the road. Watching on as the rest of his players actually do all the work. And, well, there you go. He's up now and bleeding out and having a bit of a yell there. In the meantime, we've got Lazarus and Pooh are down into the green and now crossing over the bridge. So quite a good start, Jazz, from VVL.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and they lost actually 20 health bonus in the first attack. So definitely very... I believe we have a quad cap. We have 3 hunters. I think we have a quad.
Oh, well, we have...
Smoker is up, so there is a quad cap for VVL.
Oh, there's the makings of the quad cap, so this is going to test the mettle of Megahertz to see whether they are able to defend out of this. Of course, they don't know what's coming, although we have had we're starting to suspect, Zombie, that some of the players actually have people watching the GTV to see what's going on, which is a little bit disappointing. So we're looking at extending. Oh, here comes the attack. We've got 1, 2 hunters come in. We've got the smoker has 1 down, but unfortunately just a slight mistime over there with one of the hunters out. And well, is it all over, Zombie?
Oh, that's it.
There it is. That's it. They've only scored 51 points. That was great work by VVL. Definitely, they got the hunters in there to do a couple of scratches just as the guys were getting really down on their health. Great work by them, I've got to say. Great work, VVL, on that attack.
I actually have to wonder whether that was intentional, where they I think one of the hunters on purpose didn't go in for a pounce. He just jumped in there and went for the scratches.
The band was talking about a military outpost just north of here.
Oh yeah, indeed. It's a great thing because 6 damage per swipe. That's massive damage if you go unnoticed for a couple of seconds.
Well, great work there. 51 points for Megahertz in that first round. And VVL certainly have been practicing on this map. So that, well, at least as the infected. And here we go. We'll have to see how much hurt Megahertz can put on them in return. So I'm not going to actually look at where Megahertz is just yet until we actually get into the game and everybody's readied up. Just to, as I was mentioned, we suspect that players are starting to watch GTV to get a little bit of intel on what's going on. So that would be disappointing if that was the case, don't you think, Zombie?
I definitely agree. It's a bit of an unsportsmanlike thing to do. we might need to speak to, I think Glimmer it is, that takes control of a lot of this stuff, and see if we can maybe get it delayed, maybe another minute, maybe another two, because it really wouldn't hurt in terms of, live broadcasting if it's another minute behind. It just, eliminates that slight mishap, that slight possibility of a problem.
Well, in the past we've had enemy territory that was, kind of like a Steam server, a spectator server that you could join, ETV. And enemy territory was actually delayed by up to 2 to 3 minutes to make sure that nobody could use it to cheat. So here we go. All right, so the players have moved out, and now we can reveal to you where the infected are. We've got the Double Hunter, Boomer, and Cunning Linguist to start off with. And VVL just edging forward, looking for that first attack. Zombie.
Yeah, they're going to be very, very cautious, very wary of what could happen here, because even as early as this, there are spots where a player can instantly die. So it's very, very nerve-wracking area. And they're just taking it slow. Boomer comes in early, picks up one. That was great work by Clint. Popped him very early, and Hunter comes in and has missed. He's been bashed away. Once again, Clint, he's on top of his game here as he's chasing the smoker who's grabbed Nog. But all in all, this attack from Megahertz can't compare to that of what VVL dished out, Crisis.
Yeah, just that single boom. And then that great skeet work from VVL. Now, they did promise that they were going to be able to pull off some good skeeting. They've been working on that tonight. So, Jazz, it's certainly showing in VVL tonight.
Yes, it is. And interestingly, I was looking at the health bonus of Megahertz, and they lost 20 health bonus in the first attack. VVL only lost 6, so that's very well defended. Yeah,
great work. Here we go. We have three hunters. We've got a Boomer coming in. Oh, he's spawned. He's coming. He's waddling up. He gets a triple. In fact, he gets a bath bag thanks to those hunters that came in and put the hurt down onto VVL. So they're going to have to defend off that horde at the moment. But once again, really doing quite well. So we have a total of 191 health bonus remaining. And really the most hurt player is Legion, #Left4Dead. And he's only lost about 20 points. Maybe 25. So onto the ladder, Zombie. And here comes the smoker.
Yeah, interesting spot for the smoker spawn, because I would have assumed that he would have, waited up a little bit, got his, waited for his teammates, gone for a bit of a more coordinated attack. But the thing that VVL have got to be cautious of is they don't know where that tank's coming from. Megahertz didn't actually make it far enough to trigger off the tank. So, they've got to be really cautious. At the moment, they only have 3 pipe bombs, and there they go. They've just found the 1 Molotov, which is in the hands. No, they haven't picked up the Molotov, interestingly enough. They'll probably just get rid of one of their pipe bombs now that they've got 4 Crisis.
All right, there is a petrol canister outside leaning against the car, so that's going to be useful if they actually find it there. Just sort of lying next to the tyre. Just by the way, VVL are Clinton, Legion, Dave, and Nog. And a good group of chaps tonight. I was actually scrimming with them earlier. Well, you can't really say I was scrimming. I was mostly noobing it up earlier on in the server. There you go. The smoker comes in again all by himself. Hunter comes in again all by himself. So a little bit sequential here from Team Megahertz. As there you go, VVL have managed to find themselves
tank is up, by the way. Tank is up.
Oh, good stuff.
The tank is coming in.
So the tank is going to be delayed a little bit. They've set that petrol canister on fire, and he's not actually delayed. He's just going around. So let's see if we can pick him up on GTV. If you want to take it away, Zombie.
Yeah, we have Wesker in the form. He throws a beautiful rock which picks up Clinton in the face. Now he's just waiting to get a bit of support from his smoker there. And here he comes in with the pull once again on Clinton, but doesn't get him far enough to separate him from the group. Wes here has got 2 choices. He can attack straight ahead, or he can go all the way around that big rock on the side. As Boomer comes in, picks up 2. The Molotov's come out, but it has missed. So whoever that was, fail throw there. But anyway, back to the story at the moment. Hunters are coming in as well, both missing their pounces though, Crisis. What can you see on GTV cam?
Well, I've got the Wes cam still going. He is the tank. He managed to avoid that Molotov beautifully, but of course there is another Molotov in hand, so he can't go rushing in there just yet. All of his good work, he doesn't want to have that fail. In the meantime, Nog is in the red and has had to pop some pills that he's found. He's completely in the red. He was in fact down, And this is great work from Megahertz, just picking away at the health and holding back the team VVL while they wait for their team to respawn. So great work from Wes, don't you think, Jazz?
Yes, and I think he pounced Nog for 11 damage, so along with the rock, it would really hurt him.
Oh my, they are setting
And Nog has actually just healed. He's now in the green again.
So we could be seeing a little bit of an interesting situation here. We've got all four players from VVL backing into the hut. So they don't want to be in the way of the car and have that opportunity. All right, there you go. Wes has lost control of the tank and it's moved over to somebody else. Let's see if we can find him. It's Lazarus, and he's going to be doing more of the same, Zombie, just standing back and tossing those rocks.
Yeah, just waiting for a bit of support as we see that. One hunter, two hunters come in. Boomer picked up one, which is just going to be enough just to make those VVL guys a little bit wary. But the rocks are still getting thrown in. Now, Lazarus has to be careful of that rage meter, because if it goes down, he's not in an attacking state, so it could be, trouble. Trouble for Megahertz here if they get an IR tank, because I'm watching carefully, guys.
Zombie is watching. And of course, it is a Cyber Gamer rule. If this is your first Cyber Gamer match that you're viewing, it is a Cyber Gamer rule that the tank may not go to AI. If they do, then the match is it the round forfeited or the match forfeited, Zombie?
It depends on severity. Something like this, we could actually see VVL actually getting full points for the round. So this round one, could actually see them scoring the maximum potential of 1,200 points. Which, I mean, to Megahertz, they should just go and make what they can of it at the moment. Because, really, I mean, now as I say that, Lazarus is going in. So it's going to be great to see, because he's got those guys cornered in there. Depending on how much his health he's got, he can actually make quite a fair bit of damage. So come on, Lazarus, get in there. Let's see some throwing. And there goes one hit. Oh, yeah, he's on fire. That was great. He actually team killed one of his own players there with that hit, Crisis. Did you see it?
No, well, I've got him on the front cam, first person cam, and look at that. He's on fire and down, and I've got to say, that was a real quick exit out of that building. It was like somebody farted in there, and they all had to get out real quick. And great work there from VVL with just the one player that's had to heal up, and now they are... Well, this is basically extending their lead now from what Megahertz were able to put together. 51 points in that previous round.
Yeah, definitely. The guys they don't really have to make it in. Of course, make it in is going to give them a big, addition, a health bonus, everything like that. But just getting up on more of a distance is just going to be enough for them, because they'll have the better frame of mind as well. But in saying that, it's going to be an easy walk to the end for them for now. But, couple of damages, high damage pounces, I should say, they're going to be wary of, but I reckon Clint's on the money for that tonight.
Yeah,
we have one hunter set up high.
Oh, and we've got him on the cam. Oh, he falls a little bit short. He goes in. It's do or die right now. Gets the pounce on, gets bumped off, but he manages to get away. He's going to go in for a second. Here we go. In he goes, and he is down on Clinton. And Clinton's enjoying a little bit of loving there down on the ground, but back up. In the meantime, we've got a bark back from the Boomer. It is all on Megahertz. I'm not saying, all right, you can have the round. They're saying you can have the round, but you are going to have to work your way all the way to the safe room.
This is going to be a very dangerous place for VVL, because all four of them are very easily in-capped at this very moment. So if a Boomer can land one, yes, he does. He gets two. It's going to be tight.
Oh,
they do make it in.
Yeah, just a moment too late there from the hunter that was coming in. And a good round from VVL Dave. What did they get? 932 in the end. So not able to make the 1 ton, but that is a full 800 and something, high 800s in the lead there, Zombie.
880 Crisis, or thereabouts. But anyway, yeah, it's definitely good to see. We might actually see a big turnaround from VVL, because they've actually done a big roster swap around. The only two members actually from the original VVL are Nog and Clint. So Dave and Legion, new members to VVL, and as I said, could be a new Could be a new team we're actually seeing here. What do you think, Jazz?
I've actually played with Legion. Not sure about Dave, but I think they're all pretty solid players. So, you know, anything could happen. I've never actually seen this specific team in action, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, it definitely shows that they've been putting a lot of practice in, because they had great coordination in that earlier round. Of course, culminating with a team down for Megahertz, well, before the tank could even spawn. So we're going to have VVL, Voins von Lebon in the form of Clinton, Legion, Dave and Nog as the survivors for the second round here on Blood Harvest. And the door is open after the ready's up, and they're into the passageways and sneaking along. Just checking those back.
It's great to see. We didn't get a safe room tank straight off the bat, because this map I hate safe room tanks for. You can't do anything really as survivors. All you can do is go into that very far back room, just run him around the desk that's there, and it is a pain. But anyway, it's good to see, as I said before, that we don't have that now, and I just quickly got to jump myself back into spectate, because all I can see is a big blue sky.
And there are no blue skies here on the Cyber Gamer Left 4 Dead Invite League. It is doom and gloom, very dystopian here in this world where the infected have taken over. And, well, they're going to be taking over again in November when Left 4 Dead 2 comes out, which I'm really stoked to be in. Well, I'm just looking forward to that, considering the fact that I've only been playing Left 4 Dead myself for about 6 to 8 weeks. So this is all fresh and new for me, and to be in with Left 4 Dead 2 from the start is going to be fantastic. Now, VVL, in the meantime, are edging their way out of, out into the warehouse area, or into this loading area, and doing great work. Look at that, practicing their skeeting, Zombie.
Yeah, it's great. The hunters are just bouncing around left, right. There goes one's landed, but Clinton once again making short work. But hunters, the smokers come down. Oh, this is not good for the one player down the bottom. Can you see who it is, Crisis?
Dave is on the bottom, and he has been absolutely smeared all over with goop, and he's on his own. I miscalled that, because he had two players that actually dropped down to look after him. One player was left upstairs. I didn't manage to get to see who it was. I think maybe Legion got themselves pounced, and I think we're going to see a little bit of an interesting defense. I was going to say they had thrown that propane tank outside of this room right down here at the end, and I thought they were going to run back there to defend the event. Well, they might still do.
Yeah, I've seen it happen a few times. I've definitely seen it happen. It's quite good, because there's obviously not a lot of points of entry for the team, but it is quite dangerous actually getting all the way back there. Boomer has spawned and has managed to pick up 1, 2, 3 of the players here, and Smoker has missed his target though, Crisis. What's so funny that you're laughing about?
Man, it's not very nice, but the reason I'm laughing is because the Boomer that came in didn't actually get his puke on. He got shot in the face. So it's VVL have themselves to thank for that little bit of spew. And
sorry to interrupt you, but the tank has spawned, and the survivors did get the tier 2s, which spawned by the table near the crescendo.
Well, so let's see. I'll see if I can pick up the tank from wherever he is. There you go, he's coming in. And it is Wes. So I've got the Wes cam going, and he is crouching now. Oh, he's going in for Nog. He's got 1 pounce, 1 smack, 2 smacks, 3 smacks, and Wes is going to go. Sorry, Nog is going to go down. And well, both times the first player incapacitated has been playing Lewis.
Oh, the tank is bringing the forklift over. This could be bad news for whoever is down. That's Nog.
Oh, he's going to get squished.
It could be bad news for Clinton off the... He sort of be really careful, because actually Wes almost got that forklift up on top of the train. Now if he actually jumps on top of that, yes, there he goes. Jazz has said Nog is dead, so it's great for them for Megahertz, because now they've only got 3 to worry about, not 4. But as I was saying, if Wes can actually get on top of that forklift and aim down, punch it, it goes sky high, and you can actually get a really good rebound here as Wes throws a rock. Beautiful, wasn't it, Crisis?
Yeah, fantastic. Put Clinton into the yellow with that, but there you go. It is all over. But what a fantastic performance with the tank there from Megahertz against T2 weapons. Wes managed to get the one player down, in-capped him, and then got him dead. So let's have a moment of silence for Lewis. And that's the moment of silence. Because...
Yeah, good job by the boomer. I think it was a boomer explosion that pushed the survivor down, and then Wes came in with the tank and just smashed him to bits.
Definitely, it was great play by the Boomer because it really separated them. And saying that the VBL guys have just started the alarm here on Blood Harvest 2, and they've actually made it up into that little corner, the closet room, I think we like to call it, but obviously not illegal because there is a couple of different entry points and they're all not stacking one corner here, Jazz. This is is it a common type of thing from the league that you've seen?
Yeah, it's very common to because this is only one place this Vector can attack from, and they are attacking right now. I believe all the hunters got denied there.
Yeah, it was a great bit of defense. I think it was actually Legion who really shut them down. It was great work from him. And I can see the guys, actually interestingly enough, I think rolling with two auto shotties and one rifle. So with something like this coming up, I would have assumed that they would have rolled with all auto shotguns, what was left. Bit of an interesting choice, but we'll see what happens here. What do you reckon, Crisis?
Well, I reckon that VVL have done a great job here on the out. They've got fantastic positioning. They had two players that were cleaning out the horde and one player who was in basically an inaccessible spot providing cover for them. So if they had a 4 pounds coming in, a quad down, the makings of, they would have had no problem clearing that out. Just in saying that, I think we've got what I'd call a bath bag here because we've got 3 players. Oh, sorry, no, it was just the one player got themselves boomed, and the horde is coming through, and well, they are having to fight for their lives now. Let's have a look at the med packs. We've got 3 med packs in hand, and we've got 2 packets of pills. So Clinton, Legion, and Dave are in a good position to keep themselves alive at least. But look at that. They are going to try and brave it through. They are 1 player down, so they're going to try and keep those med packs for as long as they possibly can, with the off chance of them getting to the end of the round with those med packs in hand. They need the most health bonus they can possibly get. Right, Zombie?
Yeah, that's correct. Currently sitting around about 137 now. Obviously, with one person dead, all you can get is 150. So, not doing too bad because those med packs, they really make a difference when it comes to the health bonus. But it can be, this area here in the train tracks, it can go either way because the hunters have got a lot of walls to pounce from. They can really catch the survivors off guard. And especially saying that, Boomer can just spawn from nowhere. And here he comes, 1, 2. Hunters coming in. Oh, not one's picked up and taken care of. Second one, third one. Once again, the timing of Megahertz has just unfortunately let them down. Good attack, but if they fine-tune their timing, they're going to cause a lot of teams a lot of trouble.
Great work from VVL with only 3 players, and in fact all 3 players got themselves boomed, so we'll give that to Megahertz as a bath bag. And doing fantastic work there just over the last train carriage and heading into the side passage. So I actually think they're going to get home with these 3 players, Jazz.
Not so fast because the Smoker and Hunter have both landed their targets, just one up at the moment. And one is down. Zoe is down, so Legion.
So this could go either way here because we saw a tactic used by 4Q. Whereas someone, if they're under 30 health, actually if they get in-capped and then picked up again, obviously they get that 30 health back. So the health bonus was actually sitting at about 129, but at the end of the round has been bumped back up to 133. So, that can go either way. But anyway, what have they scored? VBL have managed to pick up 843 playing survivors here first on Blood Harvest 2.
Great round there. Well, I was going to say great round from VVL, but a great round, in fact, from Megahertz as well with their tank. So that was great work taking down Wes. Oh, no, it was, sorry, who was it? It was Nog, I think.
Nog.
Yeah, Nog as Lewis. And he had to lie underneath that. What was it? Forklift. Yeah.
Yeah.
gets squished by a forklift. All right, so we'll have Megahertz on the return round, and we'll have to see what they can do with T2 weapons against the tank. Now, they know exactly when the tank is going to come. That's the advantage of starting second. And there you go. Legion gets just a single boom on the survivors as they head out of that safe room. So pretty much...
I think VVL just sacked the boomer to get a quad cap at the place where you drop down as survivor. So that's going to be an interesting tactic.
Well...
Yeah, definitely smart play by them, I think, because the Megahertz guys are just rushing it, so they probably read it too, and they're just trying to get out of here as quick as they can, just to prevent that from happening so quickly and easily. But they've got to be careful, because if they get too close to that event room, tank will be spawning, but they've got to be worried about getting those tier 2 weapons jars.
Hunters are coming in.
Yeah, they got
one gets meleeed, I think. Two are trapped above though. Two massive damage on the two above.
One is in cap, two is in cap. Wow, Pooh and Lazarus both in capped off the top, and still one. Oh, there we go. And Pooh is dead.
Down.
Now I do have a quick shout out to make from Shads to Pooh, who is better known as Pickletron to us on CG, but apparently Pickle Noob to his Megahertz teammates. But you know, roughly the same area where VVL lost a player, but of course Megahertz still have that tank to deal with.
Yeah, that was great coordination again. Even though they didn't get the quad cap, they had the makings of it, and they did the best with what they had, or what they were given. Sorry, I'm sort of mumbling at the moment. We've got the tank spawned in the meantime. They do have T2 weapons now. Oh, here comes Lazarus as Zoe, and she's been pulled all the way down and then boomed on, so down into bleeding out health.
Zoe opting for the hunting rifle. I would have thought you would have gone with the shotgun if you're taking on a tank with only 3 people. Maybe she just took the wrong weapon, I'm not sure.
Well, let's just see.
Definitely a possibility.
Well, let's see what Lazarus can do with it. I've got him on the Lazarus cam.
He is so close to getting capped. I would heal.
Yeah, definitely very little health, because they've also got that med pack close by which they could pick up. So I don't quite know why they're just not, trying to take advantage of that situation. But anyway, we have Nog in the form of the tank, and once again, just sitting back waiting for his team to get in there, see if they can do a bit of damage. They really want the Smoker to pull one back, and here it comes. No, denied quickly. That was a great bit of teamwork there from Megahertz. And now Clinton's coming in with the boom. Unfortunately missed.
Down with a rock.
Oh, beautiful throw by Legion just as the control passed. Did you catch that, Crisis? I bet you did.
Yeah, it was a fantastic throw there, and that in-capped Lazarus, who really should have healed. I mean, he had plenty of time to heal, but for some other reason didn't. Now he's having to get picked up. Oh, just lost the tank, and guess what? Lazarus is in the black and white, so one more down, and he is going to be out, or she, as the case may be. There you go, has to heal, so has healed up. Let's see if I can find the tank. Again, there you go. Legion is the tank, and holding back Jazz, just throwing those rocks up.
Yeah, I think he's just waiting for his teammates to respawn and then really getting some chip damage in. Oh, and the tank is down. Oh, actually, maybe that hunting rifle did come in handy.
Yeah, Lazarus was just picking away at him the whole time until he ate rock in the face. And well, Megahertz are in exactly the same position as VVL after the tank. After that was pretty good with only 3 players.
No, definitely agreeing, but the thing is now is they have 3 health kits and very good health. Wes is the only one who's looking a bit, bit bad shape, who has 30, 40 health, but they do have now 2 sets of pills and just about to set off this alarm door. It could be trouble for them still, I think.
Well, what happened to Pooh's health pack?
They just picked it up.
Lazarus would have picked it up.
Oh, that's right. Lazarus had healed, of course. Pay attention to things. All right, so here we go.
Repeat performance by Megahertz using the same place as VVL.
Oh, and bad luck there to Lochak. He gets a smoker in the face and gets pulled all the way out. In the meantime, we had Lazarus going in to try and rescue him and getting pounced by the hunter. So not quite as slick with their defense here of the event horde that comes through from our friends Team Megahertz. Wes very much in the red. Lazarus also in the red already after that. So Lotek at the moment with the most health. What's he got? About 50% health. So that'll put him in the yellow, I think. Yeah, there you go. So we've got 2 yellows and 1 red, Zombie.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be really interesting, but they do have those pills to really rely on because their health bonus now is sitting at 135. When you think about it, VVL actually finished the map with 133. So their defense of that crescendo really let them down because they did actually have the upper hand for quite a bit there. Now, Boomer has spawned and has only managed to pick up 1, which is Zoe, which is Lazarus. But, very easy area to defend off the hordes. Now, we saw just the other night with Megahertz. Jazz, your opinion of their boomer tactics when they got boomed, obviously always running into whatever room they could find.
Yeah, I think Nicholas got a bit frustrated at that, but that's a legit tactic, and I think it's very wise, especially when they only have 3 players up. No,
definitely indeed. Now, I know you're saying Nicholas gets a very frustrated with it, but then again, what doesn't he get frustrated with these days? Shout out to you, Nicholas. I actually do love you some days.
Anyway, keep a lookout on Clinton because he's going for the 25.
Oh, he's called it, and with him is also Dave. Get them on GTV, Crisis. Here we go. Big pouncers, baby.
Yeah, I got the Clinton cam going now. I've asked him to record a demo and send it to me if he gets a 25 pound cent. So just putting a little bit of pressure on there. He does have the BMT to get it right. So let's see if he can put it together. We've got 2 players in the red, 1 player in the yellow still, and a 25 pound share is going to in-cap somebody if it lands on the right one.
Megahead's being very cautious, and I wouldn't blame them.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, that's a great little move. Getting into the edges, getting in between the train and the wall there. Very quick dart out like a little mouse as it comes out looking for a bit of cheese. And do they find their cheese? Well, they do get a whole bunch of goop on top of them. And very good work there from Team Megahertz, avoiding a very, very dangerous area. And pretty much protected themselves from those 25s that we predicted were coming. So
Yeah, the thing is they're going to be really careful now, Crisis, because one stray, there he goes, Wes is down. But one more stray bullet can see Zoe in cap 2 as Boomer comes in. This is not going to end well, in my opinion, in the great words of Zoe.
Well, here we go. We've got 2 hunters coming in. We've got a wall
2 hunters coming in.
That's
it. I think that's it.
That is it.
So let's just have a look at the score. In the previous round, we had 3 players finish for VVL, and Megahertz really looked like they were going to be in a good position to equal that performance, but in the end, only getting about 60 points out of it. The scores at the moment, 1775 to VVL and 120 to Team Megahertz.
This is actually turning out to be a great match. Now, what's still to come is a Blood Harvest 3, 4 and 5, which are all very big scoring maps, but also have the potential to be very devastating for survivors because, in fact, it can come from everywhere, and I mean everywhere, and just cause massive 25s. Now, we'll see Megahertz playing first as survivors, followed by VVL playing as survivors, and yeah, I still can't call it. It's still too early to call, in my opinion. Your thoughts, Chaz?
Look, if VVL can keep up the pressure, and I really think they could win it and take out their first win on the CGI.
Definitely, I definitely agree. If they can keep up this intensity and this, the composure that they have as a team at the moment, it's just great, and I'm really enjoying it from their perspective here.
Alright, so keeping the GTV cam looking at the survivors as much as I can so that we don't give away any positions. There you go, the teams have readied up, so I'm going to take that as my cue to do a little sweep, and there you can see the positions. We've got an early boomer coming in. He spews and doesn't actually get anybody, so somebody will be calling BS there. Bad luck, Legion, because to me it looked as though your spew went over a bunch of players, so good game, Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those little bugs. Definitely one of those little bugs that people have got to be, really annoyed about. Now, the Megahertz guys just taking it very slow at the moment because they know that an early tank could come, and anything could happen, but I think Jazz might have just saying getting rid of that boomer nice and early gives you a perfect area for quad capping at the end of this tunnel.
Yes.
Do you agree, Jazz?
And last map, you saw the massive damage they did with a failed quad cap, so imagine what they can do if they pull off a quad cap. It's going to be amazing.
VVL really backing themselves at this stage to put together the combos and make them stick. And there you go. You can see we've got a smoker and 3 hunters. So the makings of a quad once again. Smoker in the usual position. And the hunters, well, they sort of spread. Let me see if I can find. There you go. See them exactly where they are. Spread out. They are going to be coming from all directions. Megahertz are going to be fighting for their lives. And really, it's going to depend on how well they deal with this setup. It's going to set the tone.
By the way, Zombie, your girlfriend's just spawned.
Yeah, I know. She just never leaves me alone, man. I cannot tell her to leave me alone. I'm trying to cast a match and she's just spawned over near a tree. Now it's interesting to see the VVL is still going to go for it in here. Not going to wait for the 1, 2, 3. No, a bit too late. Unfortunately, it's almost done. But the Megahertz guys, it would be good for them right now to try and rush up on that witch while all 4 infected are dead. However, they do not know where she is, so they obviously can hear her. They're trying to look for her because they've got about 20 seconds before they start respawning. And we have Pooh up front with the shotgun. No, it's going to be Lazarus going in for the crown. Oh, he failed! Great to see!
Oh, bad luck, Wes. So we had a bit of a girl fight going on there, and it was your girl that won. And but to add insult to injury, here we have the boomer coming in. He gets a triple. We're going to see 3 hunters coming in. 1 pounce, 2 pounces, 3 pounces down. Fantastic work. But still, the one player was still up and managed to skeet those hunters off. So fighting for the lives there. Now, you heard me call it, ladies and gentlemen. I said that quad, that potential quad was going to set the tone for the rest of the map. Now, Megahertz easily dealt with that. So we'll have to see whether they're going to be able to easily deal with everything else. We've had one little fail with the girl fight there. And, well, other than that, Zombie, they'd actually be looking in okay health.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Wes would be able to, guide himself for the rest of the map on pills, in my opinion. But the guys, obviously, they know that the tank is still yet to spawn, and they also haven't got their tier 2s yet. I've had a bit of a fly around the map, and I can tell you that the tier 2s aren't going to be available for quite some time yet. So, obviously, the guys just over at the campsite at the moment, picking up some pills there. There's another set. There you go, Lota. Good work. Glad you got your glasses on tonight. And, yeah, still a lot of this map to go. Only 40% of the way through a crisis.
Well, great work from Megahertz. They managed to find 2 pills, one at the campsite and one actually beyond. And there you go, great skeeting from Megahertz. A little bit of return the favour there into the face of that hunter. Couldn't see who it was. In the meantime, Boomer gets a triple. So great work tonight from the Boomers, I've got to say, Zombie.
No, definitely. They're picking up 2s, 3s and 4s all over the place. And it's also their placement that I think is really doing them good, because after spewing, they're actually getting in there. And, the explosion is causing a couple more to be covered. So, yeah, definitely props to all the Boomers playing tonight.
All right, we've got Megahertz inside now, and they will be happy with that, I think. Finding themselves indoors and getting ready to go into, it's the 3rd phase of the map, I'd call it, where they go outside again and head along the train tracks. So they have managed to find a petrol canister, so they'll use that to set fire on a whole bunch of things. Let's just see whether they get outside. Where are those? Ah, there you go. That's what they'll be looking for. Got it on the GTV cam there, and they set fire outside just to clear things out. In the meantime, Smoker comes through, and a tank has spawned, Jazz.
Yeah, the tank is just waiting for the Molotov, I think, to die down, and it has now died down, so the tank is now going to go in.
And just a
they do have a petrol can set up at the door. I'm not with the door closed, so maybe the tank doesn't know. I'm not sure.
Oh, he's on fire.
There it is. Tank has been lit.
Great call there,
That was
Jazz.
great work by Megahertz.
He's on fire and
yeah,
heading
definitely
up
good calling, Jazz.
So we've got the Legion camp.
And there's
going.
another booby trap up for him. There's a propane tank by the door, so if he runs in, he might get stunned.
So So what on earth is going on there with that Hunter? The Hunter goes through. Why is he holding back? I'm not sure. There you go. He runs out. He manages to get past the propane tank and heading in for a bit of Wes Love. Smacks Wes, who is pilled up to the eyeballs and backing away as fast as he can. This poor tank is just swinging in frustration. Wes pops another pack of pills and just keeps running and outruns the tank. So bad luck there to Legion. I think he managed to get one hit on, and that was it. He's now down, and a bit of a horde to deal with. Still with T1 weapons, but Legion, that was a great performance dealing with the tank there from Megahertz.
I definitely have to agree with you. It was a really tough area because, I just reckon Megahertz dealt with it perfectly. They had the propane tank set up to stun the tank if need be, but that wasn't the case. They were confident in what they were doing. Now the guys definitely going to be happy to see tier 2 weapons soon, as they probably have nothing left in terms of ammo, as they're just searching the rooms down the bottom here, pipe bombs, pills, mollies. They're going to need it, because Wes, I do believe in him. I reckon he is going to get through this map on the pills. I reckon he's got it in the bag, Crisis.
I think the question isn't whether Wes gets through or not, it's whether Pooh gets through, because so far in all of the maps I think we've had the player who's playing Lewis get taken down, and there you go, Pooh has found it's Father Christmas time, because he's managed to find the T2 weapons, and so they'll all get themselves set up nicely. What do we have? It looks like 4 super shotties, Jazz.
Yeah, this is an interesting place for tier 2s because it spawned at the same place as a tank. So VBL know that. They might rush for the weapons and take down the tank much faster, and hence finish with a higher score. But that comes with a risk because Megahertz knows that they might rush for it, and if they can stop VBL, then that's going to be a lot of trouble for VBL if they get cornered in that place.
I think they're setting up for a rush. I just saw Lazarus pop some pills, so they're going to get themselves ready to push forward. A little bit of a hurry up zombie herd coming through, but that's just about it. There you go, they've all taken pills. In fact, Lotuk is still a little bit slowed, so not sure what he's... There you go, he pops pills. So we're going to have a rush on in just a moment. Let's just see if we can find any of the special infected. Oh, massive bounce!
Clinton's come down for his 25, there it is! He called it, he said he was going to get one.
And Boomer backs it up with three booms, so definitely great work by the Boomer again. Excellent separation by the Smoker, getting the green one that wasn't good on.
Oh man, so...
Unfortunately. It was on my demo, I was watching it beautifully. It was great pounce, but unfortunately, Crisis, I'm shattered you missed it, and he's going to be shattered that you missed it too.
Yeah, I've spec'd him a couple of times now, and each time it's not because he hasn't noobed it up or anything like that. It's just been good play by Megahertz avoiding things. So there you go, Murphy's Law. As he gets to 25 pounds, I was just going into third person to see if I could find somebody who had set up, and bad luck there on the Clinto vision. We'll get him on in a moment again, I'm sure, as he gets another one. There's going to be plenty of opportunities later on. Now, Megahertz, in the meantime, they're in the little, what do we call this, the station master's hut or something like that, little cottage next to the trains, and they're just collecting the ammo. They have found pills, so they've got plenty of pills at the moment. Lazarus pops pills and packs up from... Wow, Lazarus pops pills and packs up from the medicine cabinet.
Wow.
The survivors actually have 4 pills at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. They're well prepared for this little last area. Now, the thing I like about Sevo, is that it actually gives teams a chance of getting a tank as the bridge comes down, because, I mean, that's a 90% tank, which is, possible, but not probable. And, if that actually happens in one of these shoutcasts, I'm just going to go off tap because I love it. But anyway, the guys are set up. They've got 4 pills, 3 mollies, 4 health packs, health bonus of 182. This is really looking good for Megahertz. It's a really good, looking like turning around this map, because at the moment they're down by, nearly 2,000 points. It's about 1,600, 1,500, I think, that they're behind by Crisis.
Yeah, so they really need to finish this, bringing all 4 home. Now we're going to have... It's not a quad cap just yet. Oh, just missed the Clinton cam as he went in for a 6 pounds damage. That was great work over there. So Boomer comes in, he's got a triple, and Megahertz are going to have to work very, very hard. In fact, it was a bath bag. I'm surprised you guys didn't correct me, man. I completely nuked that one up.
I was off watching something totally different. I very, very, very apologise for that. Crisis.
You got no excuse, mate. The witch is already gone, so there's nothing to prove. Well, she does look so sexy in that bikini. So, here we go. Megahertz heading up the bridge now, the footbridge. And, well, they just toss a Molotov down there to deal with the horde. And here we go. We've got another final. This will be the final attack. VVL Dave on the cam. He is the boomer. And look at him waddling around. He gets another quad. So another bath bag there from Dave. Megahertz are just going to push forward. Throw down another molly. Limp their way along. They know they just need to walk in that door and close it. And that is 4 players home with 4 health packs. What a great round, Zombie.
Oh, definitely, indeed. Those guys have done a great amount of work to actually get that score. 1,546 is what they have gotten here. And I reckon that's probably going to put them up probably even points with VVL at the moment. But obviously, they still have their round to play as the infected. So I reckon Megahertz, they might even put a bit of a stop to VVL getting the whole way with, they could set up obviously around the witch, the tank, the tier 2s, the campsite. There's lots of places of opportunity for them to strike.
And the advantage is that VVL knows where all of those things are going to be, more or less. The witch sometimes does change position a little bit, and sometimes the tank does have a slightly different spawn, but, well, they know where those T2 weapons are, and they know that they should be able to rush down the stairs, grab the T2s, and then run back and deal with the tank. So we've got our first ready up, and that's Team Megahertz. They are ready to take on VVL here on map 3, Blood Harvest, on the Cyber Gamer ladder. And this, of course, is GTV with Crisis, Zombie, and our special guest Jazz tonight. So gate is open, Jazz, and the boomer gets a single.
Yeah, definitely. I think the thing that separates Megahertz and VVL is their boomers. VVL's boomers have been excellent. I mean, I've seen several 3s and bath bags, and that's really put the pressure on Megahertz.
Of course, that would have been the sacrificial bath bag, the sacrificial boomer, as VVL now head on out, and Megahertz will be hoping for the makings of a quad. So we'll just see whether we can get that.
Well, see, the thing is, I reckon here that the Megahertz guys are actually going to probably try and set up around about my girlfriend, who has actually just spawned. It looks to be basically the same spot, maybe a slight variation, but from what I can see, yes, they are going to take a little bit of a stab at her. Be gentle, please, guys.
VVL don't have any Molotovs, so they will have to go in for the crown. I wonder if, they can get it off.
We did see
yes,
before.
We did see. I think it was Wes who failed, didn't he?
Yeah, it was Wes.
Yeah, Wes. Yeah, I believe Wes was standing up when he was shooting the witch. Is a tip. If you want to go for the crown, crouch down so you get as close as possible.
Probably was a bit nervous. Hasn't been that close to a girl in a while. Didn't know what to do.
Oh,
sorry.
That's cold, man.
Wes, that was harsh. I'm very, very sorry, mate. It was a bit of bad luck there. I think he was just nervous because it would have been his first girl-on-girl action. That's what it was.
No,
definitely. I reckon it's going to be Clint going in for the crown, but we can hear a couple of hunters getting up in the rocks there. I can actually spot one on the Clinto vision. He's pounced away. The VVL guys know what's there. If they want to do it, here it goes. Legion's gone in, and I don't know. Did he get it? I can't hear her anymore.
He got it. That was wonderfully done by Legion.
Yeah, great work. He just walked in there.
That was great.
Popped her head right off. Carnage going
19
on
damage by Pooh.
Fantastic. And Clinton, the receiver there. So, well, I mean, I was about to say, well, bad luck, Clinton, but that's the only damage he's taken. He's taken 19 damage. That doesn't look like 19 damage on the health meter.
Sorry, that's Legion that got the damage.
Oh, I thought, oh, it was Clinton who got the kill on Pooh.
You need to keep up, man.
Yeah, I tell you what. So I got Lazarus Cam going.
Crisis with the slow bob again.
I'm doing that a lot these days. Got Lazarus, he is a hunter. He's on GTV right now. He just drops down to, well, I don't know, pick some flowers or something like that. Wait for the rest of his team to spawn, I guess. So let's just see what's happening. We've got dual pistols for the Team VVL at the moment. That's the only extra weapons they've got. They do have a propane tank, so they're just setting that up. I guess that's in preparation for when the tank comes through. Just leaving it behind there. And about to head on the inside. So they're going to go in for the rush now. So I guess Megahertz will know that, and they will be doing whatever they can to slow down any sort of rush that VVL might try and put on to get those T2 weapons. So let's just see what we get out of there.
No, definitely, Megahertz have they definitely have a few ways of approaching this. They can put a smoker down the right-hand side and try and pull one back as they come back from the Tier 2 weapons, or they can actually set a smoker up even forward and try and drag one into the tank. So lots of opportunities, but they're saying that Wes as the smoker spawned a bit early right down the back, so now is the time for VVL to rush it if need be. And still hunters are at the back from the sounds of things, and saying that tank has spawned, do the guys have enough time? 1, 2, 3, they have picked up all their Tier 2 weapons, so it's going to be a bit easier for them than the Megahertz guys here, Jazz.
And they've also set off a fire to delay the tank even more, so definitely good work there by VVL. But in saying that, Megahertz have responded with a boomer, an excellent boomer, 3 booms.
Yeah, definitely indeed. But the guys here at VVL have popped down a quick pipe bomb, which got rid of a lot of the horde coming. But we do have a hunter pouncing around back play. It is Lazarus, so let's see what he can do as the tank, which is Wes. It's just coming down now. See what he can do. Molotov goes out, and he has dodged it, but he is very trapped at the moment. If that fire spreads anymore, he's going to get hit. And I can see him there to bust in a move, just trying to avoid it, Jazz.
Yeah, this could be a repeat of our match on No Mercy 4, where their tank actually got lit on fire when the fire spread. But he's avoided it, and now he's going to come in.
Now, what we see here is controllers also passed to Pooh. Now, this is a dangerous area for VVL, because if the tank gets in a nice swing, there it goes. They can go right down the back and in. No, I thought that was an in-cap, but Nog is this close to being in-capped. It's not playing as he pops the pills, gets another hit taken down on him, and this is not looking good for our mate Nog. And one more hit, and he's gone, Crisis.
Well, that was great work.
But the tank is down.
Yeah, great use of the pills there from Nog. He has got, 3 pips of health, and there you go, pops another pack of pills, and that was just very, very good work. How much easier is it to take down that tank when you've got T2 weapons in your hand, Zombie?
Oh, it's just insane, isn't it? They do so much damage. And saying that Megahertz now have picked up one with the boomer. It's actually quite funny, because Clint jumped through the window and just popped the boomer Matrix styles all over Nog's face, who's probably the last person that you want boomered at the moment from a VVL point of view. But who knows, I reckon we can set up for some hunter vision right now, Crisis.
Oh, hey, good call, mate. So let me head on the outside. I don't think any of them have spawned, so...
We'll give it a few more seconds, because there's a dead spawning. Oh no, spawning, dead spawning. And there they are, all in ghost mode now, Crisis, so get ready, here they come.
Alright, so I'm just going to head on outside. Apologise for the clipping there, like to follow the players out. But are we going to have somebody coming in from on high to get the big pounces in? We've got 2 players, 2 players slowed down. And the boomer comes in. Oh, they're not wasting time here. Oh, Megahertz, they go in for the attack next to the train carriages here, but easily defended in the end. Don't know if that was the best call, because that is now going to allow VVL to get their rush on through this very dangerous area, Zombie.
Oh, definitely. The only person left off for Megahertz is the smoker, who's not going to be able to do a lot here for them. So the guys at VVL probably just going to try and make it into that little abandoned train shed as they do. Oh, they've accidentally set off a propane tank. It's done a little bit of friendly fire damage, but nothing too major. As they, recap, get a bit of ammo. But what that does is also give the guys at Megahertz time to spawn, as 3 of them in spawn, and that smoker still up behind them, Crisis.
Yeah, so not quite a quad cap. Boomer does great work getting a double there from long range. You got 2 hunters coming in for the pounce. Just a 3 damage there, and the second hunter doesn't land at all. So, well, interesting move there. Not going for the big pounces, just going in for the constant attack. The smoker is still up though, Jazz, and wondering, well, what he's doing over there.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't run away and respawned because, you know, you're not going to do a lot when the survivors know exactly where you are because you're so loud.
VVL get themselves to the little hut. What did I call it? Station Master's hut. I like that.
Station Master's hut? Hey! Something you want to tell us, crisis?
It's like one of those TV shows where they check out hospital or hotel beds with the blue light, and there's all that. Oh, and you just know. Oh. Boomer gets a triple there. Talking of disgusting stains, and well, this is a bit of a death trap, this room, if you get stuck in it. So VVL are going to want to clear out that horde and get a move on. In the meantime, we have Megahertz setting themselves up. They are going to be ready. Well, they've lost their boomer, so they're going to be hoping for a third hunter to spawn. As out comes Voins von Lebon, about to set the event off. And Jazz, you want to call this next attack, mate?
Yeah, there's 2 hunters over the train and they're going in now, right now. But 1 gets skated, 2 get skated, Clinton gets a skate. That's amazing work by Clinton there. Just a boomer and smoker up. A boomer gets taken out. Smoker going for the drag back. He isn't able to. Oh yes, he has. Oh, that's wonderful work by the smoker. Oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah,
he gets the smoker to drag the Zoe, I think. So that was Clinton down the cliff again. So that's wonderful work, but he didn't have any teammates up to support him and keep the survivors down there.
So that'll be the final hunter pounce that comes in. Oh no, another 2 hunters coming in. Never say die. There you go. It's landed, taking every little bit of health that they possibly can there. VVL managed to get home with all 4 players, but it was no easy task. So let's just see what they're managing to put together. Yeah, that was a great smoke there, pulling Clinton down. And 1,563 out of that round. So the team scores at the moment at 3,338, 3,338 for VVL, and 1,666 for Megahertz, going into the 4th map of Blood Harvest.
It was actually quite interesting there. I was watching the health bonuses tick down. The health bonus, tick down for VVL and 179. I thought it was going to go down to 177, which was what Megahertz got. And would it have been great to actually see both teams get 177, which would have meant both of them would have got 1,546. That would have been hilarious to see.
All right, the teams have readied up, and the server's just restarting. And we will be into the 4th map. There you go, match is live. Get my spectate on. And it is VVL as the survivors again. Now, that's interesting. I thought the team that was... So this is not setting up. The team who is leading doesn't get to be survivors every time, or infected every time, either way.
No, it is SIVO, so the teams swap every round just to make it more fair.
Oh, there you go. So the ready ups have happened. VVL sticking their heads out. Oh, there you go. Now the ready ups have happened. And VVL sticking their heads out of the safe room. Boomer comes through, gets just the single, and very lucky to do so. Goes and hides away, but does get popped by Nog, who goes forward. Great vision there from Nog, covered in goop, but still managing to find where the boomer was and pop him.
The witch is up. Clinton's going in for the crown. He's soloing the witch, and he gets it.
That's just rude.
Yeah, no respect for women these days in gaming.
It's great to see. Gets her out of my hands. Love it when people do that for me.
Oh.
Anyway, the guys have made it into the barn
A
here.
bit of a fail
and picked up
boom
quite...
there.
Yeah, that was interesting. See, great work, Lazarus. 2 thumbs down to you, mate.
And it is Molotov sitting here in the barn. They managed to find 4 Molotovs, but they didn't even need 2 of them because they had found 2 mollies before that and a pipe bomb in hand. So any sort of tank that comes the way of VVL is going to get set on fire unless we see some awesome dancing skills. Twinkle toes.
I think
at the moment to watch words. He's going up the silos, Crisis.
Oh, let's have a look to see if we can get him on the silos and getting the pounce in there. There you go. It is Wes.
Too late.
No, I've got him. Wes is right up on top there. And, oh, yeah, okay, I see what you mean by too late. He's not going to be able to get a pounce in. Bad luck, Wes. Oh, there you go. We got a triple, and the smoker comes in, but it was a little bit sequential. Not quite the kind of timing that you want to get the quad down. And VVL shrug off that attack and are now heading through. They're at the station, and in fact, just sort of rushing past the station just about. Just clearing up.
The tank is up now. The tank is up. Tank has spawned, and he's going in.
Very good area for the
tank dodges it.
Definitely good area as well for the guys on survivors because they can jump the tank around the table stacks. The tank's doing the smart thing. He's probably going to look at doing a very alternative route of attacking because he's got that forklift, and there it goes. 1 hit hasn't gone through. 2nd hit, it's gone through into the stack, the warehouse stack area. Crisis, the Molotovs come down, but it has missed.
Yeah, they put the molly on.
But it has taken the forklift.
Yeah, so
it has taken the forklift out of the play.
It's on the forklift. The tank has to stay behind and throw rocks, and great rock throwing at the moment. He's picked up 1 player. Control has been passed over to Lazarus, so we've got the Lazarus cam on at the moment, and the tank just hoping to wait out that fire. So great work there from VVL. In fact, just being patient there, getting a molly down and not spewing all of their mollies all at once. Here we go. The attack is on. We've got a hunter going in. We've got a smoker. Fail. Doesn't manage to get his tongue around anybody. And the tank hanging back again, Zombie.
Yeah, definitely. It is Lazarus once again. He's actually been the man. A couple of times it's actually gone back to him. What I did notice there before was he was actually standing on top of a gas can, but obviously the guys at VVL couldn't see that. Now he's going in now. He's getting a world of pain delivered into him. The Molotov does come down, picks him up. The VVL guys just making a run for it, doing the little jumps over the tables. I was saying that. And Lazarus, it's not looking good for you, my friend.
Yeah, good job by
Clinton.
He managed to pop the boomer as he was coming down in for the spew. So if the boomer got the spew on, it might have been a big problem for VVL. But Clinton, I have to say, his aim has been good tonight. I mean, he's getting the skeets, he's popping the boomers. Very good job by Clinton.
No, definitely. He's one of their very lead players, I'd say. What's your opinion, Cross?
Well, I was just going to say, did they even get any damage on the tank?
I don't think so.
So we've got the West
Well, the tank didn't do any damage.
He's going in for the big pound. Somebody spotted him. And, tree gets in the way. He misses here. Goes back up into the air. Skeeted out of the sky by Clinton. Nog gets a kill on Lotuk. And now VVL will surely get the rush on and head on down the train tracks to the safe room. So at the first house, second house, third house, well, they're just moving along. Door gets slammed in their face rudely by Clinton. A little bit of shenanigans going on there.
That was great to see. I love it when the teams have a bit of shenanigans between them. Legion's just doing a bit of clearing out, trying to look for stuff, and he has found some pills, which he's just popped himself. Good to see, bit greed, love it. And he's just locked another player in there. How good is this?
So this is a dangerous spot over here as they come out. This is the final house. Boomer gets just a single and runs away. I think he's going to try and go all the way around and try and get another boom on. Dodges the fire over there, but of course we can get a couple of serious pounces going down, and if the smoker spawns in time, he can hang back and get the last player smoked before they drop down the roof there. So that might, well, let's hope that we can see something like that, because that'll be fun. But of course not so much fun for VVL, and look at that, they send the black guy out as bait.
Now the guys have made it onto the bridge, so it should be smooth sailing for them now as 100 goes in, misses, gets bashed away, the second one, third one comes in with a big pounce and bashed away again. Now put your sprinting shoes on. No, Boomer from behind, spawned on the pillars. Great to see, but all the horde is going to come from the front, which the guys 2 pipe bombs out ahead, just gotten rid of it all. And 1 infected block between them and the train now. Between them and 190 health bonus is just huge. There it goes. We have finished 190 health bonus, as I said, 1,740, which is a massive score for them. Great work, VVL.
Yeah, at the end there, I think all 3 hunters got punted by the survivors. So, you know, tonight, Clinton and his team really doing a great job with the hunter punting.
Well, they said they were going to do it, and they have delivered tonight. Just amazing to watch time and time again. All right.
Now, this place is known for the hunter pouncers, so if I were you, Crisis, I'd put the Clinton vision on.
Man, it would be just like Clinton to coin a phrase for himself. I like to say such and such cam, and he's called it Clinto Vision, and it's sticking, I can see. So a big shout out to you, mates. I know that you'll be watching this later on, and your team is doing great work. So hurry up and spawn so that I can spec you.
Unfortunately, I think he's a smoker, so, you know, you have to wait a bit.
Yes, that is the case.
And they are regrouping by the witch, I think. Yeah, they are, so it's going to be very dangerous for Megahertz. They've already had 1 fail crown.
See, in my opinion here as a player, what I would have thought to do was grab one person with a hunting rifle and just sit back a fair distance and attack her from there. Because a hunting rifle hit to the head's actually going to stun her. If that person gets enough bullets off in time, they'll take her down. I think it takes about 12 bullets. But anyway, the guys at Megahertz are going the long approach to the witch. They're going all the way around, which could have been dangerous if the guys from VVL set up on the silo, but not the case. From the looks of it, they're all up in the barn here, Jazz. What can you make of it?
Yeah, there's 3 hunters and a smoker, so it's a quad cap in the making. They might just ignore the witch and go for the quad, and I think that's what they're doing. Oh, 20 damage by Legion. That's excellent pouncing by Legion there.
Bad luck though, didn't get the quad cap down, and that was really good thinking from Megahertz, just making sure that they pulled themselves away, pretty much avoiding the witch. And what's a bet that they set her on fire now? In fact, no, I think they're just going to ignore her completely. Legion, we didn't get
Legion
in first
asking
person.
if you got that up.
But I was following, I think it was, who was it that I was following? I think I had Dave on the cam, and they've actually pounced together, so that was quite good. Dave missed, but we saw Legion on the cam getting the pounce down, so great work there from Legion with the 20. Not much to work with there because they were not up on the silos, and now Megahertz with a great awareness of the map. They've managed to avoid the witch completely, haven't bothered with trying to go in for the crown, which got them into trouble before, and now just camping up in the rafters of the train station. Oh look, it's actually called Richardson Atlantic. Wow.
Oh. There we go, something we learnt new to that, Crisis. I was actually getting a bit worried. We're up to map 4 and we haven't learnt anything new yet.
Oh, we like to deliver here on Gamestah TV. Is there such a thing as day vision?
Dave Care. Oh, this is great. Anyway, the guys at Megahertz, they do know the tank is spawning, and just as I say that, here he comes. Now, the Megahertz have actually set up the gas cans, they've got propanes, they're very aware of all the surroundings. But if I was a tank at the moment, I don't know about you guys, but what I'd think about doing is getting up on top of the roof and then coming in through one of the windows. That'd be a great attack at the moment, I think, because not a lot of teams would actually expect that, because they think the teams, obviously the tanks are going to go for the forklift and do a couple of instant in-caps. What do you reckon, guys?
Yeah, I think the forklift is pretty much a false hope here because, as you can see, it's very difficult to move in through this area right now because there's a lot of poles.
Yeah, and as we saw in the previous round, it actually gets it can glitch. It disappeared. So flame goes down, and that is surrounding the forklift. So Zombie, this would be the time when that tank should be climbing up onto the roof and dropping down through the rafters for a bit of booyah. And I think that's a great idea. So we weren't ignoring you. I think it was a fantastic idea. And we should definitely hope to see a tank that do that. Oh, in comes the hunter. The tank is on fire. We have the Lota cam on. He's right at the back. The tank is having to do a little bit of hurdles, and he's not the most agile. Oh, somebody. Oh, he's down.
Well, that was actually great work by Megahertz, but still insane that, not to take away from VVL, they did actually get quite a few hits on. I think both Lazarus and Wes took a couple of punches, which, it's good work from both teams in my opinion. As just to follow up, one of the Megahertz players, which is Bill, which is Wes, took in the full belly, I'd call it, of the Boomervile. But anyway, big pounds are still to be had. I reckon we're going to at least see one more 25 and 22 is going to be my bet.
All right. Oh, let me get outside and find somebody. Oh. Yeah, they've just spawned, so they're going to get themselves into position as quickly as possible. As what can you see, Jazz?
I'm seeing 3 hunters, so maybe 25, even more likely now. But they are... I don't think they're going for the 25. They're just going on the other side of the train, so I think they're just going in for pure damage.
Oh, in they come. They're going for the... Well, it's not a quad because there's no smoker.
Both bag by Clinton.
Great work there from our man. The Clinto vision didn't quite get him on. But, well, look at that. Pink all over the place. And a horde to deal with for Megahertz. No chance of rushing over there. But
yeah, like I've said, VVL's Boomers, they've been very good today, this evening.
Where's at the moment?
Not to take anything away from VVL, but that was a great attack. The thing though is, what I saw was all 3 hunters all went for the same person. So maybe it's something for them to work on, is probably, calling out who they're going to go for. Because that could have been really big damage, because the guys now, Megahertz, sitting at a 187 health bonus, which is already lower than what the VVL guys got. So, I don't know, it still could go either way, because Megahertz are going to be behind by about 1900, 1800, something like that. So once again, I'm going to say it. Doable, but likely is another story.
All right, here we go. They sneak out of the house. No problems there. Not sure what they... Oh, the smoker gets a smoke on. He might get his tongue knocked off by the pipe bomb. There you go. He is set free. Wes is now covered in goo and just fighting his way back. He has got lots of pills. In fact, he only has pill health. Lazarus on pills as well. And now that'll be pretty much all they need to do. Head on down. Why are they standing there? Oh, just swapping pills.
Throwing around pills, which is interesting, because their health bonus just dropped from 185 down to 180. So whatever you did there, guys, didn't help your cause one bit. 1680 is the score obtained by Megahertz.
So that was 1680 in response to 1740. So VVL, Voins von Le Bon, managing to maintain and in fact extend their lead in each of the maps. 5,078 is their total score to 3,346 for Megahertz. Now they are within range. Well, it comes down to the final crescendo. Once again, they're going to have to... Megahertz are going to have to prevent... as I read it up here... They're going to have to prevent VVL from finishing the map at all. They've got to cap them right out, and Megahertz have to finish with all 4 players healthy. That'll give them about 2,000 points, and that'll be enough to put them into the lead.
Now, this is definitely a favourite for me as a map, because this canyon is just huge for pounces. We've got every little number that you can think of between 1 and 25 available here. And obviously Smoker at the start, Boomer at the start, they can cause a world of, discomfort, because instant kills are possible here, Jazz. But, I mean, how often do you see it?
Well, not that often in competition, because everyone is aware of it. So if you can pull it off, it's going to be amazing. But the smoker is on the other side of the train at the moment, so I don't think they're going for the instant kill.
Still possible to do it from there. The smoker gets in like that perfectly, but not quick enough, because if he had actually gotten dragged down the whole way, he would have actually gone over the edge. So it was a good idea, but just unfortunate with the placement. And saying that, Boomer picked up 1 with the explosion, and Horde rushing down now. And there is a hunter up in the canyon in back play. Here he comes down. No, unfortunately nothing big.
Yeah, he gets the half volley, and just FYI, Zombie, whatever that's scratching, it's happening now. So check out what's going on your side there, man.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway, in saying that, tank has now spawned as well, Crisis.
Oh, beautiful. It's all sorted out now. So early tank here on Blood Harvest number 5. And, well, so it's Megahertz.
That's an interesting strategy. I've never seen all the survivors go on top of the very top car here.
Oh, it could... I wonder if they could actually get knocked off there if a hunter were to pounce them from a long way away, wouldn't it?
Oh, that's interesting though, because they are directly behind a tree, and I don't think Rock can get them.
Oh, yeah, you go. It might turn out to be
smoke.
a bad decision. We've got the smoker that's come in, and that is... who was that? I think
That's an AI smoker. That was an AI smoker.
Oh, you're joking. Player of the match, AI Smoker.
All right, so we got the Legion cam on. He is
Oh,
the
that
tank.
rock was very close.
Tossing rocks. I'm going to go and move over.
Oh, there he goes!
Oh, we got the Clinton vision. Clinto vision. He is a hunter. He is going to be going in for the pounce. And it's going to be a long one.
Now, interestingly enough here, which is great by Megahertz, is they're all holding down the shift button, so all of their outlines are actually disappearing. But Clinton's very aware of this. He's just waiting for that perfect moment to pounce, and I reckon any second, here it comes. They've heard it and they've moved out of the way. Great work, Megahertz.
Yeah, bad luck. They picked that attack, so Clinton ended up jumping around, playing a little bit of leapfrog before he finally got the pounce on. The tank has come through, and he's completely, well, he isn't completely frustrated. He's managed to find himself a bit of Lazarus and taken a chunk out of him. So Lazarus is down now. Tank is going, well, he's trying to retreat at the moment. Not really sure why he would try and retreat, because he's just going to get chased, and there you go, he's dead. So I guess maybe he was trying to pull pull Megahertz as far back as possible so that they have to kind of rerun the train tracks. And now here we go. So we've got one player in the red, Jazz, for Megahertz, and they dealt with that tank pretty well.
Yeah, and but the thing is, this place very known for its 25s as you go up the ladder. So I already see 2 hunters up there. So if they can land a pounce on Zoe, it could be an in-cap.
Come on, Clinto vision.
Boomer picks up 1. Oh, punted! Great punt by Wes there.
Dave is going to be spewing because he was on top of him, ready for the biggest 25 I've seen in a long time. And oh, here they go, 2 more coming in. It is Legion, it is Clint. Legion has missed. Clint coming in. Oh, he's caught the corner of the train. He's going to be spewing once again. Very unhappy, I bet you, in the VVO camp.
Legion has reset though. He's still up there.
Oh, I got it!
Yes!
Oh, fantastic there from Clinton. He finally
Oh,
makes
good
a
smoke,
stick.
good smoke.
So in fact,
definitely great work.
yeah, that was 24. 1 point off max damage for Legion. And there we go. Finally, Megahertz can breathe a sigh of relief. Look at that. They are using a health pack to get Lazarus ready.
Yeah, I think Lazarus was in-capped by the tank and then in-capped by Legion with that excellent pound, so he was black and white, forcing the health kit use there.
So a big shout out to Viva L, who are very keen to catch themselves on camera, as you would be. And no problems there for Megahertz dropping down into the cornfield, Zombie.
Definitely, it's going to be interesting to see what approach they take at the moment, because we've seen a lot of clans actually head all the way out to the left and generally seem to take a lot less damage.
There's a hunter on the tree who is coming in.
Oh,
he just missed!
Oh man, just
So
landed on the
close.
ground.
Bad luck on Legion.
So we've got Clinton at the moment. He's going to head round to the silos, get himself up, and let's just watch him do this jump. There you go. Gets himself... Oh, no. I must learn how to do that, because he's just done that backwards thing. He's on the silos. He's going in for the pounce. Goes in. Oh, a bit of indecision there, and has to get a half volley down. and that he'll be disappointed with himself over there. He was going for one of the players and then sort of changed his mind in mid-flight, it looked like, and ended up landing in between the two players. So bad luck there. And now we are into the crescendo. So Megahertz not allowed to set up in the ammo room here with the guns, so they'll clear out the horde, those common infected, and set off the radio and then head somewhere else, Zombie.
Definitely indeed. A couple of common places are in fact the stairs, which it looks like they are doing at the moment. Downstairs in the lounge room, barn, they're all common places. But anyway, quick 2 shout-outs I've got to make to our friends in the CGI League. First is obviously our good mate Hayu from Crayons wants to say, good work to VVL, really turning themselves around. And secondly to Creeping Death of Vix, saying, can't wait to listen to this cast later on.
And a shout-out to Hayu from me. He wanted me to add him as a friend, so I did, and then he ignored me the whole day.
Cool.
Have they actually set it off?
That's harsh.
Yeah, I think they've set the crescendo off.
Yes, they have.
Time. And they're just camping upstairs there. A bit of pistol out. Wes is looking well hurt. He's right down in the red. 1 scratch and he'll be down. Oh, maybe 2, actually. 2 scratches. And just defending the first horde. And here comes the second horde from the outside there. And great conservation there. Look at those headshots coming in. Smoker comes in and tries to pull down Lotek, but easily dealt with over there. And Lotek doing a great job just clearing out the common infected as they come up the stairwell. And soon we'll have...
Yes, now, unfortunately here, Jazz and me have actually noticed something very particular. We won't mention just yet until this, until Megahertz have completed their stint here as survivors, just in case they do have some listeners in. I'm picking up shads, I think. But anyway, they've actually managed to defend themselves quite well on the stairs here as Wes pops pills and Tank is up near the little garage, Jazz.
Oh, so close.
Oh, good boom. Good boom. He gets 2.
Yeah,
and the Tank, I think he's going for the log. He's bringing the twig round. He's bringing the twig round. This could be very bad news for Megahertz.
Well, that's Dave. He is the Tank, and he's just gone back to fetch him some more toys. Wants to make sure that he's got lots of things to bat around and not just a log. So there you go, throwing some rocks, just maintaining aggro, trying to get some damage down. And fetching some bales of hay, waiting for the rest of his team to spawn. And here we go, we've got Nog. He's going to
2 hunters on the roof, 2 hunters on the roof.
There he goes, 1 goes in.
Going in for 25.
Oh, he has to go in for the half volley. 25.
Oh, Clinton!
Oh, missed him again.
He's going to be pissed. Man, because that was huge. I saw it from a third-person spectator point of view, and he's already spamming me on stage saying, "Did you get that? Did you get that?" Oh, here comes the bad news, my friend.
He's going to be livid with that, Crisis.
Oh man, you see the thing is I don't want the rest of his team not to have any chances on GTV because I'm just focusing on him. But maybe I should because everybody's missing. But Clinton. Well, he's getting the 25s in, and we're missing out on them. So let me see if I can find him later on. So what happened there?
Now, actually, there's a bit of smack going down. Well, what actually happened was 2 of the VVL players respawned right on top of Megahertz survivors. Now, as I'm already getting in Steam spam, I wish I was a boomer, because yes, if there was a boomer, bang, oh, beautiful, Pooh has just skeeted the hell out of a Legion from the top of the roof. So that was a great shot by him, really saved himself, so that would have been easily 25. Big rock throw comes in, but has missed. Now, who is this Tank holding up the match? It is Dave. Dave, get your butt in there, throw your twig around, my friend.
Oh, he's going to be coming in now.
Oh, it's passed to Clinton. Control has passed.
Just a single boom.
And he's wasting no time.
Oh, there you go. He's got
got 2 in with the tweet. 25 from Legion. This is not good for Megahertz.
That's 2 in caps. And yeah, oh, God,
the twin goes over.
Man, that was just incredible. Log misses Lewis by a hair's breadth. That was Pooh who managed to get away. Smoker comes in, grabs one, and finally the tank is down. And just Dave at the death there, trying to get the final in-cap, trying to get Lazarus dead, and not able to. But, well, it could all be on now, Zombie, because they've got to get back inside in time to defend the Horde from safety.
Definitely, but I think that could have been a bit better played by VVL. What they could have done there is really, concreted the win for them by trying to kill one or two players there with that log instead of going for the total in-cap. Would you agree there, Jards?
Yeah, I think maybe Clinton was getting a bit too greedy. He saw victory in his sights and he just wanted it so badly, but unfortunately he didn't get it.
Now, the Megahertz obviously have to be very careful here because both Pooh and Lazarus are that close to in-cap. It's not funny. One bullet, one common infected hit, and they're gone. And just saying that, Boomer comes in. Pooh is healed up, but Lazarus still not looking good.
Now, is this allowable? I suppose they're all in different positions.
That's very.
It's cutting it. It's cutting it.
It's very cutting edge, yeah. But in saying that, the in-caps happen, so I'm going to let it pass for now. But
Smoker goes in for a few scratches as well. He gets 2. He gets 3. He gets build out. Oh no! Oh, good scratching by the BBL guys there. The Smoker and the Hunter both getting the few scratches in, but. Megahertz successfully defended that Horde, and now they're going to heal up.
Yeah, they've only got 2 med packs, so the health bonusing at 172. I don't think that's going to be enough for Megahertz to get up and over the VBL score of 5,078. They need 1,730 something, but anyway, second tank is up, all the support's coming in, we've got one boomed on, Horde's coming from everywhere, and Crisis, it's going to go off.
Well, let's see if we can get another one of those big pounces in there. Oh, nicely within range of a rooftop pounce. Clinton is the tank, and he's just crouching behind that log that he's pulling along, throwing down a couple of rocks here and there, and just maintaining aggro, I guess, waiting for the rest of his team to respawn. There you go. We do have a Hunter has spawned, so let's see if I can pick him up. There you go, Nog. Oops.
Nog and Legion at the moment.
Alright, so we got Legion cam going, or Legion vision. He goes in, and he lands for the 25 pounds, and that was great work. That gets an in-cap. He's still alive, so he's going in for the scratching. I think he gets another scratch down, finally gets taken down, but fantastic work there. That's exactly all that you need from your Hunters. Get the 25 pounces turning into in-caps. Now it's up to Clinton.
Oh, and Zoe!
That was great, because it was followed up by Nog, who also got a 23, and Clinton, he's just throwing the rock, trying to get the last couple of hits, and there it is. I reckon it's game over. Wes, you're not looking good, my friend. And one more hit, and we have it done. There it is. Unfortunately, I think points on the Leyland have won their first game in CGI. Massive props to them.
That's game over. That was excellent taking by Clinton there. He got 2 with a log.
Very well paced, I think. It's definitely the way to put it by them.
Well, he should... Dave is just saying, do we want to play out? And of course, he needs to be reminded that it's point scores that determine your position on the ladder. And not just a win.
Yeah, that's correct. That's why I put out the big play-out blocks, because, yeah, we got to see them go. I mean, VBL do have the option if they really want to play with a bot, but I mean, who wants to see that? Because in the end, that could be the difference between Wooden Spoon, between Vix and VVL, who knows? I mean, also TSW could be in contention for it.
Of course, everything to play for VVL. They have not had a win yet. They have secured their victory now, but now they need to get themselves as far away from that bottom spot on the ladder as possible. Turn their season around and score a nice high-scoring round here to end up with lots and lots and lots of points for the Invite League. It's a bit different. If you're not familiar with the Cybergamer Invite League, it's a little bit different in terms of the scoring in comparison to the Open League. Open League is just determined by whether you can beat the player or the team, and then you take their position on the ladder. The Invite League, well, it all counts as to your points. In the meantime, the tank has spawned, and a similar sort of strategy going down here, Jazz, from VVL.
Yeah, VVL needs to be careful not to get pushed back too far because they can be hit off the cliff near the safe room.
Just hanging around the train carriage with the cars on at the moment. 2 players up, 2 players down. Smoker comes in, gets his tongue around Zoe, that is Legion, and now they're going tank hunting. VVL don't want to prolong this anymore. Dave's got school tomorrow, and they want to finish off the map on a high. So going in for that tank, a bit of a risky strat. The tank is getting close, but eventually having to turn around there, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be all over. There you go, Zombie. Tank dealt with, and VVL moving forward.
Actually moving back, moving forward, they don't know what they're going to do just yet. They might go back for ammo, they might not. No, it looks like they're not. They're going to be confident they can get to that last little finale house to get through. But anyway, they've got to be careful of the big 25s coming in. It looks like the Legion is on a skeet watch at the moment as one hunter comes in from a very alternative position and totally misses out, and that is Poop. Second one, however, Lazarus looks like he has missed. If you can get through to him, let's see what he can do here, Crisis.
Yeah, good melee by Nog.
Go for it, mate.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Nog just got a really good melee on there and totally denying that hunter.
Lazarus not going for the big punch, just going for the delay tactics. Now, VVL took down the smoker, so they are probably going to just rush over the edge here, I think. Not waste any time getting into the cornfield. And 1-2 drop down. One gets knocked right down, so that was great work there by Pooh, I think it was. And the Boomer comes in, gets a single. Smoker comes in for the consolation, pulls one back, gets taken down. It is all on in the cornfield, just the one boom though. So VVL are not going to have too much of a difficult time clearing that horde that comes through. Clinton there getting a kill on Lazarus. And now they're moving on, sticking sort of not quite to the very left of the cornfield, but mostly to the left. So they're going to go past those hail bays in the barn and then head round.
Oh, I almost forgot. Last round, me and the zombie spectated into the barn, and we actually found 4 Molotovs in there.
Yeah, that's what we were saying before. Unfortunate for Megahertz not to check the barn, because if they went up top, they would have found themselves 4 Molotovs, which that would have been a hell of a lot easier for a fight for them. Now, just going through there at the moment for VVL, I actually can't see anything at all. No pills, no mollies, no nothing, Jazz.
Yeah, maybe it was fortunate then, because then it really evens out the playing field.
Golf bag and a 14 pounds to follow up. The smoker comes in. This is great work from Megahertz. They're not going to let VVL through this easy. There we go. We have an in-cap. Dave is down. His mind's on his homework that he hasn't done this weekend. And he's having to get picked up there. Now, let's have a look. So, did you find any mollies in the barn?
Can't see anything around anywhere. Nothing in the house, garage, barn, nothing.
I found some pills. Oh, there you go. They found it.
Looks like Dave is AFK. Probably going to smack his dog for eating homework, I'd say, Crisis.
Yeah, that would be the one. And Clinton just
that's a terrible place to go AFK because the hunters can set up on the barn and really get some nice pounces in there as soon as they say ready.
Very true, that's barn. They've also got that little hay bale shed. They can also go to the house if they're going to be tricky enough. But definitely a lot of places for them to attack from here.
But I think Clinton will be backing his aim. He's got a lot of skates tonight.
we might have a crash here, because, yes, not on Steam. So, let's see what happens here. Kick? Do I have to?
No, you don't.
Cover me.
They might finish with 3. That might be unfortunate.
And there he goes anyway. He's, 3 is okay to finish with. It is part of the rules, but, anyway, here comes the punters. Nothing big coming in as of yet.
Now, Bill the bot is in place of Dave, and he was just healing up when he got himself boomed on, and that interrupted his heal. So, it is all on and pretty much all over. Legion is saying not ready and putting a question mark. They did ask him to wait, so Zombie, what would the ruling be here?
Well, really, it could go either way, but I mean, VVL have it in the bag. There has been a bit of an issue in the past with one other team attacking another team when they said wait. A lot of these things are going to be under probably a lot closer review towards the end of the season if they do actually make a huge difference. So this is the case if VVL, I'm not saying that they're not going to win any more matches or anything like that, but if it does come down to it in the end, it means the difference between them and the wooden spoon. We really would have to take a look at that because we did not get a confirmation ready from VVL there.
Is it written into the rules that they get a pause during the match?
No, it's more of a gentlemanly thing to do, but I mean, it's common practice from a lot of teams. Obviously, Jazz would have more of an understanding of this from me, but a lot of the guys in the CGi League actually, get along really well and, just tend to respect what the other team's wishes are.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead has a problem with crashing and NVIDIA drivers, so it's well understood that if someone crashes, I mean, it's not usually to gain an advantage, but it's just a legitimate crash. So we try to wait it out, but I don't know what Megaheads were thinking.
Well, of course, Dave can't come back now. Bill is dead. He was taken down. We've had a series, while we've been talking about this, we've had a series of medium to high damage pounces. Voin Von Le Shotgun Spam for the win, says Wes. So,
well, it's interesting to see because a lot of the time, a lot of the VVL guys have been actually running along with 2 and 2 or, a decent amount of rifles, which at the moment I think all of them have. And big hunter pouncers are coming in now just to separate the team. Nothing big damage-wise, I probably shouldn't say that. But anyway, the guys haven't started off the event just as of yet here, Jazz. What can you make of this all?
I'm so confused by Megahertz because they say shotgun spam, but they took down the tank with 4 rifles, so I'm not really sure what they're complaining about.
And it's not like anything against our team using all of one weapons against the rules anyway, so, yeah.
Yeah, and I think I actually remember Megaheads going all 4 shotties at one stage, so I don't think they can really say anything.
And of course, we've seen time and time again, VVL have actually done the punting work before they've even fired a shot. So, sorry, Wes, if you're listening. Okay, so finally the event has been set off, and VVL are going to be camping at the top of the stairs. Let's just see who we've got over here. We've got Legion on the cam. It's just 3 players because, of course, Bill is dead. Wasn't allowed to heal. Had a series of medium to high damage pounces coming down, taking down old Bill. And, well, let's move around and let's just see. I've got Pooh on the cam. They're setting up for an attack. And we'll be going in.
What did you actually have on the cam there, Crisis?
Oh, the internet is a wonderful thing.
Classic. I've actually been waiting for that all match. I actually waited for it all of the No Mercy match too, but you never said it until just then.
Oh, glad to be of service, mate. Well, we had Megahertz going in, well, for, I guess you'd call it a triple cap there. That's all that they need. But unfortunately, tight spaces and shotguns just don't mix well for the special infected. So they were just dealt with over there quite easily. Clinton whipping out his med pack and healing up very quickly in anticipation of the tank coming through. We do have one of the players who will be slowed, so that is Legion. There you go, gets the healing on, and they are now all in the green. Oh, in through the window comes 1-2 pounces. Great work there. Boomer gets taken down by Clinton.
Oh, these guys don't even know that. Oh, the tank almost spawned right up on top of them on the roof there. The tank actually climbed up the infected ladder, and the guys were not prepared for that. And he almost knocked Legion flying halfway across the climb field there. That would have been great to see, Crisis.
They have found petrol cans and just emptying shotguns into the walls at the moment as the tank hides away. Smoker comes in, he gets on Clinton again. Clinton really enjoying the Smoker's attention there. He's been twice pulled by the tongue in this little tank attack. And let's find the tank again. Oh, Lota going in for the pounce. Doesn't manage to get it down. He is supporting his tank though. Goes for Francis. Misser pulls out and gets himself a shot in the backside for his troubles. Players are all separated out.
It's interesting to see here though. Yeah, Jazz, take it away. Take it. You said that the guys are actually being very separated, the VVL guys here.
Yeah, they are running very open in the open place, and they're all back together now. But I think the tank might be bringing along a log or something. He should try and do that, because there's only 3 of them.
It's been very interesting to see Megahertz play a lot of this match, not going for the high damage pounces. So that's maybe probably in the back of VVL's mind. Maybe they're lacking the confidence of hitting those pounces. Who knows? But they've now retreated to the common spot of behind the trees and saying, hey, here comes the 1 pounce, and it's gone not far enough. Low tuck almost, but not quite there, mate.
Yeah, another half volley. So we have seen quite a few of those tonight, but we have seen some of the high damage pounces. Now, of course, Legion will be having a little jizz still, I think, because I did catch that 25 pounds on cam, and it's all about the tank right now, and he is just, he must be so frustrated. There you go. He is down, and VVL with just the 3 players dealing with that tank very, very well. Heading on the inside, grabbing a couple of med packs, and now moving around, trying to get themselves in a position to deal with this next zombie horde that comes through. Pounce goes down. It's just a delay. We've got 1 player, Nog, in the red, so he's getting himself upstairs now with the rest of his players to protect him. There you go. They're in position upstairs now, and surely he's going to go for the heal as soon as he can, Zombie.
Oh, definitely. He's going to be very cautious. Now, I'm just going to have a quick check through free spec here. They actually don't have any med kits left, though. So, I mean, at the moment, I think he just wants to play it safe. You know, get the guys home, get a decent amount of damage. Get a decent amount of points on the board. But still, I reckon we could still see something big for the second tank here.
Well, we could indeed.
We might see a repeat performance on Blood Harvest 2, where BBL got home with 3. This could be interesting.
Oh, this is bad news. Smoker has pulled Nog down. He did actually heal himself before this Smoker got him, but he has been pulled down and pretty much lost almost all of that health that he healed up. So he's in the red. He's not bleeding out though, so that's a positive for him. But he was held for a very long time while the other 2 players, Legion and Clinton, were fighting off a horde in the face of a whole bunch of green goop. So Nog is going to be disappointed with that. He was all set for making it through. Oh, there you go. He's getting the heal from Legion, who had a pack. Oh, it's going to be very, very close as the tank comes through on the downstairs floor. Is he going to get a hand on Nog? No, that is great twinkle toes from Nog. Getting out of the way there, Zombie.
Oh, definitely. I don't know how we actually managed that, because the tank spawned so close, it's not funny. But anyway, Pooh is in control of the tank at the moment. Now, he's looking around. He's going to try and go for a log on the side. What's he going to do? We've got Zoe, which is Legion, separated from the team at the moment. Probably just going for a bit more ammo is what I assume she's doing. And, you know, I can hear a boomer off in the background. I can hear this. I can hear that. It looks like Pooh is going for his little twig there, Crisis.
Oh, we had 1 player separated out there. Lazarus went for him but was unable to land the pounce, and he'll be disappointed with that. Going to get himself set up on the farmhouse once again, and this time, well, not even bothering with an attempt at a 25. Going for Zoe, who is Legion at least, and Legion just shoulders him off. Fantastic work there once again with the bunt, and Lazarus denied. Now the tank has a log though, Jazz.
Yeah, the log is in the middle of everyone, and the Smoker gets a good pull. And the Smoker Boomer combo is worked well for Megahertz, but the tank is down. The tank has just died, so I think VVL have made it with only 3 players.
Very, very early to call it, Jazz, because this APC is a pain to get into. Very much of a pain, especially with that Hunter. It's all up to what this Hunter can do. He gets bashed away. VVL have been working great guns on those Hunter guns, and 1, 2, 3 have got in. Great call, Jazz, and it is great work by VVL there. Big props for them getting their first win here.
Yeah, well, at the end, the Boomer did get one person, and if you do get boomed as the finale ends, that does delay the tank, so maybe a blessing in disguise for VVL.
Well, in the end, I really think that action characterized the whole match, and what made the difference for VVL was those bunts that they were getting in. Time and time again, we saw Hunters coming in for the pounce, and time again, just getting shrugged off with a bit of rifle butt in the teeth. And in the end there, the score 6,326 contributing to VVL. And well, maybe they'll move off the 10th place on the table there, Zombie.
I think so. Now, Megahertz scored 3,546, so it all depends on what scores and all the for and against, how they all look. But I've got to say, they've really turned themselves around, VVL. That was a totally different side to what I reckon, everything that we've seen from them before. Most notably is actually from their last match on Blood Harvest against TSW. They seemed very rushed, they seemed to lack cohesion, but they just had everything going for them tonight. It was just really great play by them.
Yeah, fantastic to see. Jazz, has Brackets ended up, have they played VVL yet?
I think, yeah, we did. We played on Death Toll, and yeah, we won that one.
Oh, well, so a little bit of a disappointment then that you won't be able to face the new and improved Voins von Lebon, who really pulled out a fantastic match for us tonight. They've obviously put in the hard yards, getting themselves ready and taking on Megahertz, who are going to be hurting now in a 2-match losing streak, and they should take a leaf out of VVL's book and sit down, ask themselves some hard questions, and put in a bit of hard work themselves, get ready for the next match. But tonight, the belle of the ball is Voins von Lebon. Great performance, a great match here on Blood Harvest. Just a final word there from you, Zombie.
Well, I've got to say, it was great work from them. I've got a quick shout out from our good mate Frey Catfish. He said, great work VVL, good to see the turnaround starting, and they look forward to their match. I'm pretty sure XC and VVL have a match coming up soon. Who knows, we'll find out. I should know this, but I don't. That's how good of an admin I am, haha. Anyway, your final thoughts, Jazz.
Oh, look, I thought that it was going to be a really easy win by Megahertz because, they played really well against us. But in the end, VVL, they I don't know what they did, but they've obviously done something, changed their lineup, and they have pulled a win, their maiden win, and they deserve it. There's no other team that doesn't deserve it more than them. It was amazing.
Yeah, what a great showing tonight from both of these teams. That was the Cybergamer Invite League here on Gamestah TV. We have lots more Left 4 Dead coming up for you later on in the week. We have loads of COD 4. We have Xbox 360 action. We have Counter-Strike Source coming up for you. And, of course, a whole heap of Dota. And if you want your match shoutcasted, head on over to www.gamestar.com. We will give you the same treatment. We'll get you onto GTV. We'll get you onto the airwaves, and we'll show the world what you can do. Just like tonight, we have shown the world what Voins von Lebon can do. Big shout out to both teams today. This is Crisis, Zombie, and Jazz signing out.